Hello everyone, myself Dr. Swati Dilip Jadhav, Assistant Professor, Department of Zoology, Ramakrishna Paramhans Mahavidyalaya, Usmanabad, Maharashtra. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends and colleagues, it is a great honor for me to speak at the occasion of the 7th International Virtual Conference on Interdisciplinary Research for Sustainable Development 2021. First of all, I would like to congratulate the organizers for both the vision and ambition in pulling together this conference with so many topics being treated with such impressive participation and with fantastic fellow speakers. Here, I come with a new topic which I have selected, which is biodiversity conservation, a sustainable development goal. Before that, I would like to mention and define a definition about sustainable development. So, what do we mean by sustainable development? Sustainable development is the idea that human societies must live and meet their needs without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. And this definition, firstly, by officially developed for first time in the Brundtland Report in 1987. So, why is the sustainable development is important? What is the necessary for known about the sustainable development? The goal of sustainable development is to meet the needs of today without compromising the needs of tomorrow. This means we cannot continue using current levels of resources as this will not leave enough for future generations. Stabilizing and reducing carbon emissions is key to living within environmental limits. Before that, I would like to explain and I would like to suggest an example about the sustainable development. The example is using recycled materials or renewable resources when building. Building is a new community in a previously undeveloped area without destroying the ecosystem or harming the environment is an example of sustainable development. So, this sustainable development, these are three pillars. These three pillars of sustainable development. These three pillars are first is economy, second is social, and third one is environment. So, this environment is very important for the developing the goal and for the achievement of the goal, which is the biodiversity conservation. So, let us, I would like to explain what are the sustainable development goals. What is the sustainable development goals? This sustainable development goals agenda was accepted by all members of United Nations in 2012 at the Rio de Janeiro Council meet with an aim to provide a healthy and developed future of the planet and its people. It was in 2015 when the Sustainable Development Goals were implemented after a successful 15-year plan of development called the Millennium Development Goals. The Sustainable Development Goals are a set of 17 pointer targets that all the countries which are members of the United Nations agreed to work upon for the best achievement of the country. So these 17 sustainable development goals, these are no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure, reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace, justice, and strong institutions, partnerships for the goals. So these are 17 sustainable development goals. In India, the government of India established the Niti Aayog to attain the sustainable development goals. In March 2018, Haryana became the first state in India to have its annual budget focused on the attain of sustainable development goal with a 3-year action plan and a 7-year strategy plan to implement sustainable development goal. So these are about the 70 sustainable development goals, and in that one I have selected, which is the biodiversity conservations. So what is the mean by biodiversity? Biodiversity is the variety of living organisms and their interactions with each other. That is, life on Earth. The diversity linked to microorganisms, different plants, and animals is included in biodiversity, such as bacteria, fungi, and other microorganisms, bryophytes, and various plants. Birds, insects, fish, and humans are all the fundamental part of biodiversity. Biodiversity can occur in a very small particular area or in a large area like the ocean. For example, biodiversity can occur in a very small aquarium where there are few small fish, or can occur in a large ocean where whales and sharks like huge fish live with other aquatic animals. Biodiversity can be present in a different ecosystem such as the desert ecosystem, the aquatic ecosystem, and the terrestrial ecosystem, including grassland ecosystem, forest ecosystem, etc. So biodiversity is therefore present everywhere on Earth. So this biodiversity, the most of the various type of the organisms and species are lived with each other, and this can be differentiated in the different types. First of all, I would like to explain the types of biodiversity. So there are three types. First, I would like to mention here the genetic biodiversity. So genetic biodiversity is related to the genes of living organisms and is the diversity within the specific species. And for this species, the genes are only responsible for transmission of certain factors or traits from one generation to the next within the same species. Or so, genetic biodiversity has occurred within the same specific species. That's why it is also called as within species diversity. Genes give unique characters or features to each individual species. For example, human beings. All said about the humans beings are from Homo sapiens. Besides all, the Homo sapiens are not exactly alike. There are some differences in shape, size, body color, hairstyle. So some differences are getting here, and these differences make them unique identity because of only genetic variations. Each person is genetically unique, and that's why we different peoples have different faces, different features, and characters. They are all humans, but genetically different, and that is genetic biodiversity in human. So here this slide shows these are the animals. The slide shows the picture of dogs, the faces of dogs. Here, that all are dogs, but their shape, their characters, their presentation of the hairstyle, and the color of body is some the different from each other. So this is the one example, which is the genetic variation, genetic diversity we known by observing these slides. So this genetic diversity, why it is so important? Why it is the importance of genetic diversity? Because today we all know about the global warming. Today's decade or this the year is known about the global warming, and due to for this the global warming, due to high pollution, due to air pollution, noise pollution, water pollution. Because of that pollution, there may be adverse effect on some specific species and loss of fertility due to changes in genes. As each species has a different genes which give it is a different strength and immune system. Some species might tolerate and the adverse effect of pollution in their ecosystem may not be assessed, but some may be severely affected and some may be suffer infertility or maybe die. So this may be responsible for extinction of some certain species and certain habitat. And not only on the species of animals, it can be affected due to the pollution. Some of the human activities, due to adverse effect of human activities, also affect to the gene diversity. Human began to cultivate a hybrid crop and replace the traditional culture in a particular area in the same way that it happened with the animals. Man has made some changes in animal genes and responsible for their genetic changes, thus changes their features and the characteristics. This was resulted into extinction of the original species. Sometimes human realizes a formed fish in the river or releases the formed fish in the river. Then these formed fishes compete with the wild fish. If the genes of the wild fishes are not wired much to fertilize well, their population can be replaced by formed fishes. In addition, these formed fishes can reproduce a new type of fish which can replace the original one. The advantage of genetic changes in the extinction of one species that was useful for specific purpose and replaced by a new one that has different characteristics. When the species extinct, it cannot longer be replaced by another. Maybe an alternate evolution, but cannot be replaced because genes are always different dependent on the species. So here the genetic diversity is various important for the study of biodiversity. Next type of the biodiversity is the species biodiversity. So what is meant by species biodiversity? The species biodiversity occurs among a different type of species, more than one different species in a particular area or location. Here, the number of species is the basic unit for classification. Different organisms have different features and characters, and that is why they cannot reproduce or interbreed. Therefore, they are considered as different species. The organism that can be reproduced with each other is considered to be a single species. Here, these are pictures of the birds. These birds are various different from each other, and only these are a single species can be differentiated from one another. So this is the species biodiversity. Here, why it is necessary for studying the species biodiversity means the importance of species biodiversity. This may take several years to develop an ecosystem with a specific species in a particular area. The ecosystem contains many factors such as temperature, availability of food, climate, seasons, etc. where species can be adapted and help them maintain their population through reproduction. They interact with the environment and become part of the food chain. In the event that certain species disappear, there may be an impact on other species and the ecosystem may be affected. There may be an imbalance in the food chain. Several years may require the development of other species to take over the function of lost species, but may not be able to replace all the characteristics. Therefore, once the species had disappeared from this earth, its function cannot be replaced completely. Their adverse effect of human activities on species biodiversity, industrialization, deforestation, agriculture, pollution, and changes in habitats are the main dangers for the biodiversity of species. Monoculture farming is one of the main reasons for the extinction of plant species. Carbon dioxide emissions from various industries responsible for global warming and the disruption of species biodiversity. Here, such human activities can affect to the extinction of some species. Next, third part or third type of biodiversity is ecosystem biodiversity. It is also known that habitat biodiversity. The ecosystem is the interaction and interrelation between different living organisms and its non-living environment. These ecosystems are comprised with two factors: abiotic environmental factors and biotic environmental factors. Abiotic environmental factors are known non-living environmental factors, and second, living factors are called as biotic environmental factors. The species can be different in different environments from geological conditions, and therefore the diversity linked to different types of ecosystem such as forest ecosystem, desert ecosystem, aquatic ecosystem is called ecosystem biodiversity. So these about on the ecosystem biodiversity. Here, why it is the importance, why it is necessary for studying biodiversity. First is the for the food chain, because there are enormous being organisms living on earth and helpful for making a specific food chain which is very useful for balancing and maintaining our ecosystem. Second important is aesthetic value, and this biodiversity is very useful for aesthetic value of our earth. Third one is provides varieties of food. Several varieties of food can be obtained from different kind of plants and animals. It provides medicinal resources. Different kind of medicines can be prepared from different kind of plants and animals. Fourth, fifth one is the productive values. Certain daily products can be obtained from different kind of animals and plants in the form of oil, leather, etc. So here, the importance of biodiversity, and if we all this activity by human done for the reforestation and degradation of the such plants and animals, that result is the loss of biodiversity. And this the loss of biodiversity, first the activity can be done and the result is high population rate, can be pollution, natural calamities, deforestation, exotic species, and illegal hunting. So these activities can be lead for the loss of biodiversity. And for this controlling and conservation of biodiversity, we have to new challenges for the conservation These challenges are there are still several species which are not yet discovered. The habitat of the severals and the landscapes are still not explored, and therefore their effect on each other, ecosystem and species is still unknown. In such circumstances, it is very difficult to develop indicators for measuring and monitoring the parameters of biodiversity. Although the conservation of biodiversity in certain areas is regulated by legislation by declare the area as a national park, sanctuaries, botanical garden, inclusion in all the relevant laws remains difficult. Maintaining ex situ conservation of biodiversity is costly economical. Management of biodiversity conservation. So these are all challenges regarding the conservation of biodiversity. Here, the topic is come from biodiversity conservation, and today now I would like to explain as a assistant professor of zoology. I have to responsibility of such awareness from among to the students. This slide shows the activities which can be done by our zoology departments from our college. We such activities created or done from the students. We create the science exhibition, and this science exhibition, the students we aware about the such medicinal plants, extinct species, as well as the animal extinct species. They all reported our guest for about their presentation, their such species importance. So here's now we also wallpaper presentation. We give the one topic and they explain towards to the guest. So such activities is done by through the educations. So here now such activity is very necessary for the awareness of the biodiversity conservations. So I would like to explain we are all connected. This slide shows from the smallest ant to the tallest tree, from the birds roaming the skies to the fish swimming in the sea. Each and every creature is a part of biodiversity family. Let's protect our family and conserve biodiversity. Now, this is my the message through this lecture. So I would like to once again thank you and thank you all of you.